This brand new company in Ontario just came on the record and has created a space where they're going to be helping residents of the province with their rental deposits. So if you're unfamiliar with the rental process, it typically looks something a little like this. Step one, you're going to gather a list of documents that will make up your rental profile for everybody that's going to be on the rental application. Here you will have a letter of employment, a full credit report. Most landlords and realtors will request that it be from Equifax Canada, but a third-party provider like TransUnion or something like that should be sufficient in most cases. And then you'll also get a hold of 2 most recent pay stubs and then submit a valid piece of photo ID. Now, once you have all of the necessary documents in order to rent, then you could start touring places and hopefully find a new place to call home. That is going to be step number 2. And then when you send in this offer and it gets accepted, you'll head to step 3 and you'll have 24 hours to deliver your deposit of first and last month's rent to the real estate brokerage's trust account. The money's going to be safe there. And for that, you'll likely be doing a bank draft or a wire transfer. But the problem many people are running into nowadays is severe competition due to low levels of turnover among existing tenants, and the overall supply or lack of supply in the rental market is very dry right now. Both of these things are causing prices to increase to record highs, as I previously mentioned, and I mentioned in a lot of my other videos, and it's making it harder for tenants to actually reach that third step to deliver the rental deposit. Demand for smaller, less expensive units has soared over the past couple of months. Condos that are under 400 square feet, they're called micro apartments, but those experience the fastest annual rent growth at 15.1%, with average rents rising to $2,121 in the second quarter. Can you believe that? There's basically enough room for a bed and a small chair or something like that, but that is it. You can make it work. A lot of people do, and I guess that's why developers are continuing to build a decent amount of studio-style apartments. I've always appreciated people who are savvy and they can turn a small space into something functional, comfortable, and really cool. But going back to the rental process and the expensive rental deposits in the market right now, that is where this new company comes in. The company is called Nesturo, I think I pronounced it correctly, and they have recognized how much of a problem the rental scene has become here in the Greater Toronto area and in Ontario. So they're offering Ontario residents with short-term, low interest rate loans that can be applied to the first and last month's rent of a rental deposit when people are ready to transact. Nesturo will do a full check and analyze the applicant's employment details, their income details, rental history, and issue loans based on a score of 0 out of 10. 10 obviously being the best score, involving the lowest risk and the most reliable application. The company is basically aiming to solve the problem of draining your savings account when you are looking to move homes, right? Which I think it could seem like a good idea, but I for one think that if you don't actually have to take on debt in this category, then avoid it if you can. But if you're not that fortunate and you have no other option, then this could be a beneficial avenue for you. Logic behind the company and how they got started is that the after-tax earnings based on a salary of $84,000, which was the average here in Toronto a couple of years ago, would be somewhere around the $5,000 mark, or the equivalent of your first and last month's rental deposit. Being someone who works in the Toronto real estate market and someone who sees and handles rentals on a daily basis, I come across all types of clients, from working professionals who are young people earning upwards of $200,000 combined for their household between partners, to students who are looking to move downtown for their very first time once they move out of their residency. These people are also having help from their parents, where they're coming up with a full year's worth of rental payments up front, and they're actually offering this to the landlord as a way to get their application accepted. I see this absolutely all the time, and the crazy thing is that both these types of renters that I just described are finding themselves having a ton of trouble finding a new spot to call home. It's just really, really expensive out there for everyone. I touched on it a little bit about how much those micro apartments are now renting for, but if you have a look at the average price of a one-bedroom, those are not any better at all. Right now, one beds in the city are averaging $2,570 here in Toronto, and that's up 14.1% from a year ago. With the way that the rental department is going, do you think that Nesturo will have a lasting impact on the rental market? I guess only time will tell. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and as always, take care and remember to trust the process and fall in love with your journey.